Everyone says they want to be rich. But if you look at the numbers, only a tiny fraction of people ever actually achieve serious wealth. Or because they were born into a wealthy family. Not really. The truth is that people who actually become rich aren't necessarily smarter or more talented than everyone else. They just operate by a different set of rules. These are the rules they don't teach you in school. They're the ones that secretly determine your entire financial future. Stick around, because the last one might be the most important one you ever hear. Let's start with rule number 1. They treat time like currency. This is a huge mindset shift. Most people, the poor and middle class, trade their time for money. The problem: you only have 24 hours in a day. This model has a hard cap. You can only work so much, so you can only earn so much. It traps you. They'll hire an assistant to handle emails, a freelancer to build their website, or a property manager to handle their rentals. Because it frees up their time to focus on high-value activities that can be easily outsourced. Things like strategy, building new relationships, and creating new ventures. They understand that time is the one resource you can never get back. So they use their money to buy it back, allowing their wealth to scale in ways a 9-to-5 job never could. Think about how many people you know who are chasing a get-rich-quick scheme. They want the results, the money, the lifestyle, but they want to skip the hard part, gaining the knowledge. Before they invest in a stock, they spend hundreds of hours studying the company, the market, and the industry. Before they start a business, they become experts in their field. They read books, take courses, find mentors, and learn from their own mistakes. They see education not as a one-time thing you do in school, but as a lifelong process of acquiring valuable knowledge. The money is just the natural byproduct of the expertise they've built. While others are looking for a shortcut, the rich are building a foundation of knowledge that can support a skyscraper of wealth. This brings us to rule number 3. They build multiple engines. The average person has one single source of income: their job. And what happens if that job disappears? Panic, financial crisis, cheats, like trying to fly a plane with only one engine. If it fails, you're going down. The average millionaire has at least 7 different streams of income. This isn't just about having a side hustle. One income stream takes a hit. Maybe the stock market dips, or a business has a slow quarter. The others are there to keep things stable and growing. It's their ultimate financial safety net, and it's how they weather economic storms that would sink anyone else. Now for a big one. Rule number 4. They invest instead of impress. Walk through any middle-class neighborhood, and what do you see? Driveways filled with expensive cars, often leased. People wearing designer clothes, probably bought on a credit card. They're spending money to look rich. They're playing a status game, and it's a game that keeps them poor. The truly wealthy play a different game. Instead of buying liabilities that lose value, they buy assets that make them more money. They know the secret. If it doesn't produce income or grow in value, it's not an asset, it's a burden. They focus on the reality of being rich, not the appearance of it. We live in a world that sells us instant everything. Instant food, instant entertainment, instant success. Most people fall for it. They see something they want, and they buy it now, pay later. They chase short-term pleasures at the expense of long-term wealth. This is a cycle that destroys financial futures. The wealthy, on the other hand, delay gratification like disciplined warriors. They save and invest their money consistently, even when it's boring, even when their friends are all going on lavish vacations. A lot of people have a weird relationship with their money. They're afraid to look at their bank account. They have no idea where their paycheck actually goes. They think budgeting is for people who are broke, that it's restrictive and no fun. The wealthy treat their finances like a business. They know their numbers. They track their income, their expenses, their investments, and their net worth. They create a budget, not as a restriction, but as a planner tool that gives them power and control over their financial destiny. And finally, we arrive at rule number 7, which might be the most powerful of all. They surround themselves with winners. There's a famous saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That environment is shaping you more than you realize. But it's not. It's about discipline. It's about making a decision to stop acting like the broke version of yourself and start adopting the habits and mindset of the person you want to become. You're not waiting for the right opportunity to fall into your lap. You're waiting to become the person who is ready to seize an opportunity when it appears. The moment you start living by these rules, your life will begin to change. Thanks so much for watching this. If this video gave you a new perspective, hit that like button and subscribe for more content to help you level up your life. See you in the next one.